This interview is going to be as though I'm the client and you're the VA, right? So feel free, don't be scared. Yeah, so feel free and relax and ask your answer the questions and ask your questions when it's time. All right. So hi Jumoke, how are you today?
Fine, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So thank you for taking out your time to come and meet with me today. And currently hiring for virtual assistant services, administrative assistant services to be precise. And I saw your application, and I'm happy to have you here to also have an alignment call with you to be able to understand if you have the understanding of the role that we are currently recruiting. Yeah. Okay. So to start with, can you tell me a little bit about your experience and about yourself as a virtual assistant?
Okay. My name is Olajumoke Oshewa. I am a trained visual assistant with strong focus on administrative tasks. I help CEOs and busy entrepreneurs stay organized by managing their emails, scheduling, and customer communications. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard you mention managing their email. So how do you do this email management? Because part of the tasks I would want you to execute is managing the company's email. So can you tell me how you execute these tasks?
Well, first of all, I'll ask the client the way to go about it. Giving me preference to how important each mails or is. Then I try to label the email in a way to differentiate them. Then respond to them. And
okay. If I understood you correctly, you said you're going to ask me how. Can you come again on that, please?
How important each mail is to you, first of all, yeah.
Okay. How important?
Try to separate them by labeling.
Okay.
Before attending to, yeah.
Okay, so in terms of responses, how do you go about it, responding to the emails?
I go through the email, check, respond to them, then from there, I see what I can do, like check importances of the email.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me the tools you're proficient in as a virtual assistant?
I'm good at Google Doc, Google Sheets, Google Calendar. So I also have experience with platforms like Trello, Notion. Yeah, Trello and Notion. Yeah.
Okay, so what tasks?
Yeah.
Okay, so what tasks have you executed using Trello?
From the training, the one you will attend from the training, like.
Yeah,
the one we attend.
What can you execute using Trello?
Trello is used to execute tasks. When I'm assigned a task, the importance of tasks, the way of attend to each importances within stages, like carrying them along in each stages. The point of execution.
Okay, so how do you manage client communications, especially as you work remotely? How do you manage client communication?
Through WhatsApp communication, Zoom or video calls, and emails too.
Okay, so what would you be doing with those tools you mentioned?
Which of them? The email.
You mentioned
I can communicate with clients through email. Sending them emails on. I don't understand. Can you come again, ma'am?
I said, which tools? Sorry, I said, how do you ensure clear communication with clients? Right? And you listed a couple of tools. So I was asking you, what will you be doing with those tools you listed?
To communicate with them, WhatsApp, sending them informations, updates, and so on. Yeah, with emails too.
Okay, so what steps do you take if you make mistake on any task? What step do you take?
Firstly, admit to the mistake, take responsibility, then reach out to my clients, then take my time to attend to it, the step by step, and attend to the tasks.
Okay. So when your schedule is full and there's an urgent request to carry out a particular task, how do you go about it?
I'll go about it each task based on urgency, the kind of urgency the task is, then create daily daily date to list using tools like calendars or task managers to stay organized.
Okay, my question, maybe you didn't get my question is, your schedule is full right now and I have an urgent task for you to execute. So how do you go about it if I send you the task?
Okay, I'll try and reschedule reschedule myself, then ask you how urgent the task is. Then from there I'll be able to like see how I can fix in between it.
Okay. So as a remote worker, how do you manage your time effectively?
Number one, it depends on, I like to look at my schedule. I think that's the first thing. Then to see what time what time I'll be attending to the work. I mean, starting the work, then try to like reschedule myself to see how I can fit into it.
No, I said, how do you manage your time as a remote worker?
I plan myself to the time of each task. Try to plan my time towards it.
Okay, so you try to plan your time.
Yeah.
So how do you stay organized when you're managing multiple clients or tasks? How do you stay organized?
Well, first of all, I'll stay calm. Then view each task. Try to understand the task fully. Then see how I can offer and fix myself to offer a solution. to each task, and see how I can stay organized and carry each task professionally.
Okay, so what CRM tools have you used as a virtual assistant?
Ma?
What CRM tools have you used as a virtual assistant?
Come again.
Can you hear me?
CRM tools, Notion, Trello, what else? For now, yeah.
Okay, so what's the availability?
That's what I'm familiar with.
All right. So are you able to work across time zones? You know, being that I'm in US and you are in Nigeria, are you able to work across time zones?
I think I did for a few weeks. I know about it as in the last my last clients. So I was able to fix myself into his own time.
I don't know about your last client. My question is, are you able to work across different time zones?
Yes, I've been able to. Yes.
Okay, so what's your availability like?
For now, daytime in my own time zone till let's say 10 in the evening.
10
p.m. in the night.
Okay, so from what time in the morning?
I think from 9 to 10 p.m.
Okay. So how many hours are you able to dedicate between those hours that you are available?
I think I should be able to have like from 9 to let's say 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 3 hours, then maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour break. So from there, start again till like maybe in between 30 minutes break after 3 hours.
Okay, so do you have any questions for me?
No, for now, no.
Okay, so why do you want to work?
No, I would like to ask if I'll be working with you. I'd like to know the job description, the time zone, the goals of your organization and what you intend to achieve.
Okay, when you talk about the job description, did you not see it before you applied? When the job
need more. No, at times you might want to have a deeper, how will I put it, something not really stated on the on your job description.
Okay, for the goals, the job description or roles you're going to be carrying out will still be stated in the contract letter should you be successful, right? And then in terms of the goals, my goals is to free up my time to ensure that I'm focusing on other things to grow the business and little things like the admin related tasks will be handled by my virtual assistant. Do you have any other question for me?
Okay, you mean most communications will be done through your admin?
Yes, that is why I want a virtual assistant.
Most of the communications will be carried out through your admin. Okay.
I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, I get it.
I said that is why I'm hiring for a virtual assistant, because I would want my time to be freed right? So if I want my time to be free, that is why I'm currently hiring for virtual
Yeah.
assistant. All right. Do you have any other question for me?
Okay. No, for now.
All right. Thank you so much, Jumoke, for taking your time to come and have this session with me.
Thank you.
And really appreciate, and
Thank you.
we look forward to hearing from us to be successful. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
All
thank you.
all right. So, part of the congratulations, first of all, for being part of those that will be graduating.
Yeah.
We are done. We are done with the interview now. I'm talking as a coach. So,
Okay.
congratulations
Okay.
for those who will be graduating on Friday. So, congratulations, and I
Okay.
must commend your
Okay,
efforts,
ma'am.
pushing every day,
Yes,
pushing all the time to make sure that tax is being completed and everything is being done on time. So kudos to you. Okay. Yeah. So talking about your interview, which we just had now, to be honest with you, if I were to be a
okay.
client, if I were to be a client, I will not hire you. Yes. I will not hire you. Yes. I'm going to list a lot of mistakes that you made in this interview, and I hope you don't make that mistake
Okay.
when you are hopping into an interview or a call with a client. Number one, your
Okay.
readiness. Your readiness. You're ready for the interview, right? You're very ready for the interview, but your articulations and everything is not really put together, right? Composure, I'll give you like I'll give you like 50% in composure, but in answering your questions, you were not articulative, right? You were not articulative. You were even throwing back the question to the employer. Uh, that you don't know what next. Like, oh, I don't know. I think that's all. That's totally unprofessional. Totally unprofessional. You need to know at your fingertips what to say. Based on the client's question, you should be able to respond highly. When I mean highly. Professionalism should be applied in in all your responses. Now, starting from your intro, telling me about your experience and all of that, the intro was okay, but not in its maximum height. Okay, not in its maximum height.
Yeah.
Now, your communication was not professional. It was not professional at all. It was not. It was not. Normally, it's advisable if you want to also join an interview, you join on your laptop. Phone is also okay, but what is
Oh,
important?
yeah. Sorry. I was already the admin had already booked an appointment with me. That was last week. So she was like that you won't be available, that she will like fix another day. So I was trying to ask her what day is it going to be. She was like, she just come up with numbers. So I don't understand. So at the end of the day, I think that evening I just saw the mail fixing on Monday. So I was like, on Monday I'll be going out. Even yesterday, I was like still trying to communicate with her. But anyway, I shall try and see what I can,
Yeah, but there's no problem. That's
how I can
understandable.
fix myself up.
Yeah, but that's no problem. That's understandable. Even if you joined with your phone, right? That's understandable. But my check here now, my checkpoint here now is your professionalism.
Okay.
That's my checkpoint
Yeah,
here
I
now.
understand.
You need to be professional in your response. You need to be professional in the answers you proffer to the questions you were asked, right? And your response is like when I asked you about how do you maintain client communication, you listed a whole lot of tools. Do you know if those tools are my preferred mode of communication? Your question would have been, I will find out from my client, or I will find out from you. Okay, talking about your communication, may I know your best mode or your preferred mode of communication? You don't just list tools for clients. Some of them don't even want to be on
Okay.
WhatsApp. Some of them don't even want to be. So what is going to be, you say, okay, based on the communication, I would communicate you based on your preferred mode of communication. Probably when we are doing our onboarding, you'll be able to tell me your preferred mode of communication, and then we'll be able to take it from there. Then when I talked about tools, you listed your tools. Okay, I said, okay, since you use these tools, can you tell me how you'll be able to use that efficiently for me as a client? You were not able to say that. You were not able to explain that in details. What client is looking for? What is it you are coming to offer? What are you bringing on the table? You're not able to explain in details for me what exactly that you're going to do. You're going to manage my email. What processes do you have in place? What's your thought process? That's what the client is looking out for. Yes, you know how to do email management, you know how to. So what is your thought process? How can you bring that in place of work? What process are you bringing in to ensure that this email is well managed? Yes, I'm going to label my emails. Labeling my emails does not solve my problems. It's like 2% or 10% of problems you're going to profile in terms of the emails. I should have been expecting a response like, in terms of responses, I asked, okay, how are you going to respond to my emails? You said you'll respond to them based on priority or based on importance. Okay, that's fine. You're responding based on importance, but what strategies do you have on ground? I should be getting response like, I would, by the time I start going through the emails, I'll be able to figure out emails that are repetitive. I will be able to create templates for such emails, so that once emails come in, I use the template for faster response. That is, you are giving the client the action mode. You're giving the client the action mode. What is it you are going to do? You're not telling the person that you studied this. This is what I'm going to do. What is what I'm going to profile if peradventure I'm successful. Do you understand me? That is how to
Yeah,
X interview. That is how to X interviews. You cannot be talking about theoretical. You have to come more practical. You have to bring it to the table. Bring it down to that client's problem. So the clients will know that, yes, you are coming to bring solution. And then when you're responding, try to put your words together. Try to put it together so that it's not as if you are thinking about it, or like Trello. The client will be like, "Oh, this lady does she remember everything?" You have to put, as I said, you have to be articulative when responding. You're talking about CRM. You were mentioning Trello for CRM. So Trello is a project management tool. Trello is a project management tool. For CRM, you should be talking about Hotspot. You should be talking about Bravo. There's so many CRM. You should be talking about Monday.com.
That's true.
Then you're also repeating Trello, repeating Asana in CRM. I was like, oh my God. Okay, now when I asked you, how are you going to use Trello as a tool, since you mentioned it as one of the tools that you use, how are you going to use Trello? You could not really even explain to me how you use Trello. I should be expecting responses like, okay, for Trello, that is where we're going to collaborate in terms of our tasks, where you can freely assign tasks to me. I could add you to my Trello, or you can add me to your Trello. You can freely assign tasks to me. I will receive them and I will discharge the duties, discharge the tasks being assigned by moving them. Once I start working, I move it to progress, and once I've completed, I move it to completed. You're talking more practically than someone who just studied a course. I don't know if you're getting me. At least looking at these responses I've the type of responses I'm giving you, at least you should be able to have an oversight of how you should come up with your responses when you're responding to clients during interviews. Are we clear?
Yeah, I get it now. Thank you.
All right. So when I asked you, do you have any questions for me? Your question was okay, but you flopped it when you asked me job description. Before you apply for any job, there's a job description there. I
No,
mean,
I said if there will be more to it that is not stated.
okay, if there'll be more to it, that you should have come up straight with the question. Okay, I came across the job description, which I'm okay with. Should you have more roles to assign? I'm still open to it. Do you understand? Because
Yeah.
the question was, may I know your job description? So the client will be like, didn't you see the job description before you applied? Do you understand? That's what the client will be saying. Didn't you see the job description? So that is why I made that statement. If I were to be a client, I will not hire you, because the responses, the composure, the articulation was out of it. It was totally out of it, and you need to work on that, okay? You need to work on that, because you are working with clients that are not in Nigeria, and they expect high level of professionalism in communication, words, and in writing. Do you understand? So you need to
Yes, ma'am.
really work on that. Even if it takes you to take your words gently. You know what I mean by gently? Like, even if it takes you, like say you are trying to remember what you want to say. One of the ways to do well in interview is, as the client is asking the question, you're thinking of the best response to give to that question. Because if you wait for her to land with the questions and then you start coming up with the answers, it will make you to make mistakes. So as the client is asking that question, you're thinking about the response you give, so that you can put your words together before the client will finish asking the question. Do you understand? So that's one of the
Yes, sure.
ways that can help you put yourself together, or you know, um, put your things, yourself
Do my
together
interview.
during the
Yeah.
interview, so that when you're responding, you'll be able to respond very well. Okay? I
Yes,
wish
sure.
you all the best. I think with these corrections, I expect
Yeah.
you to do better when you have your future
Yeah.
interviews with clients, or even meetings with clients. Uphold high level of professionalism in your communications. Even if you're matched with a client, you will be having meetings with the client, and it's very important for you to communicate well, because you're representing the company. You're representing the company,
Yeah.
so it's very, very important you communicate well with high level of professionalism. Are we together?
Yes, sure.
All right. So do you have anything to say?
No, for now, nothing. I
All
don't know if I can still apply for jobs because I'm not.
You're
I
not
don't know the fate. I don't know my fate for now with my life.